Hey everybody, we're here for a live taping of the Detour Ahead podcast. I'm gonna undeafen Alex now, and then we'll start the show. Hi Alex.
Hello.
I'm about to get those fucking bots in here right now. So we can do some epic comedy.
Now recording.
Hey everybody, so I just want both audiences that I'm addressing right now to know that I am in fact a lazy fuck. And I've just like done nothing today. I helped my mom. She had to do some errands and I tagged along. And because I'm just like so lazy and like a good for nothing fat blob, that just drained all of my energy, and I have not done jack shit since then. And I just forgot to live stream today. But it worked out. But it worked out, folks, because we have a big milestone today that we definitely knew was coming. We didn't just realize 5 minutes ago that this was the case. Alex, what's going on? Tell everybody our big fucking news. The
I
what
would
is
like to
this?
say, it's been how long since I've been on your channel?
I mean, we did that stream about we did Dick Masterson's Tard Circus like a couple months ago.
Oh, I thought it was when we were doing the through the generation battles
No, no,
on
no.
the
You were
Rainbow
on that
Showdown
episode of Lol Count Nobodies that one time.
that one single time. Okay.
Yeah.
So you might be thinking, if any of you follow our podcast, the Detour Ahead podcast, you might be thinking, huh, a milestone? What possibly could be happening? The last episode we saw go up was 146.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Correct.
crazy. Why would 147 be any sort of possible milestone? I have 3 full episodes sitting on my desktop right now. I would like to admit to the fault before Riley makes fun of me for the fault.
Kind of it, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you have to get out in front of the allegations so you can gaslight everybody and tell them the allegations aren't true and all. Everybody knows that.
Of course, of
So
course.
you guys are all wrong. They're up there. They're on the YouTube. I don't know why you guys can't see them, but they're definitely on the YouTube as of right now.
Of course.
No,
There's
they're
some
they're
sort
on
of
my desk.
glitch.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've been sucked into Minecraft lately. Like, wake up, go to work, come home, play with blocks, go to bed, and repeat for 5 days a week, or really, like it. If I have free time, it's spent on fucking Minecraft, and it's been so bad to the point where like the only thing to pull me away is the show, family, penguin, and that's it. If there's nothing else, I've canceled plans with other people. Be like, I really don't feel like it, and then I just go sit and play with blocks for like 4 hours. It's bad. It's an addiction.
you you're having a big autism attack right now.
This has lasted. This has lasted this entire year so far. A full month of blocks.
You need to fucking get to work. I didn't realize you were just blowing me off for Minecraft. Fucking get those episodes out, Jesus.
I've been blowing everybody off. I almost blew the convention I went to this weekend off for blocks. It's bad. No, it's bad. You're laughing, but it's really bad.
But the
I blew
why
off
are
the
you
first day
addicted to
for blocks.
Minecraft like fucking heroin? You're just like, I can't go anywhere. I can't be away from my Minecraft. I need more Minecraft. I need to
I don't understand why it's this bad this
Minecraft.
time around. Like before I was able to actually like do human functions before, but like it's bad this time. I don't understand why, but the difference between this time and all the other times are now I'm playing on an anarchy server and I figured out how to cheat.
Mm.
Fly around, do stupid shit. In this anarchy server, the higher ups or like the people who actually gave them money are allowed to create hotspots where like everybody on the server can go and like teleport there. So I've been doing that and scamming people out of good shit. Yesterday, I went there, people were just fucking around. Usually it's you go there, you die instantly. This time people were just like not really being friendly, just not they were being passive, not hostile, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Someone placed a shulker box down. Now, one of my cheats is it highlights certain blocks. It highlights whatever block I want it to. I have it set to highlighting storage blocks right now. So shulker boxes are green. So anywhere within my render distance, if I see a green like cube silhouette, I know that there's a shulker box there. So someone placed one down and I was like, all right, let's go see what it is. This motherfucker. So the end dimension precursor to this, the end dimension is completely fucked for like millions of fucking blocks, right? So you can't go find shulker boxes there. So when I opened this shulker box and found 8 stacks of them of the crafting materials needed for it, I can make whatever 6 times 64 is. I he broke the shulker box. It went straight into my inventory and I flew as fast as I fucking could away from that motherfucker and I stole it all.
Fucking epic thief over here.
Oh, absolutely. Cuz like I'm grinding materials for this group of people that I've been hanging out with on there. So that's pretty much why episode 150 of Detour Ahead is going to be live streamed before 147, 8, and 9 even hit the YouTube in the first place.
Yeah, it's true. The situation is dire, but we're
Or we
here.
could say that every single one of you watching Riley here
Yeah, you
are
an
time
early.
travelers.
Yes, true. You've time traveled like 3 weeks in the future to episode
3 weeks. I should
150
look
or
now that this
whatever.
one's out, it
Yeah, yeah,
forces me
yeah.
to get the other ones out. So the other ones will be out this week. Along with our liquor video that we did. I said end of January,
Oh
but
yeah,
there was
the
I had
January's
one
over.
the last fucking week. I had one idea and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do that idea and then I'm gonna get it out. So, but it's not
Fuck
like a
it.
super big like 4 hour idea. It's like a 20-minute thing that I want to do. So
You should have done that before January was out. You need to break yourself away from these fucking blocks, Alex. Get some
dude, the
help.
blocks are addictive, man. It's like crack. I can't get
Alex, we
enough.
all love you. We all care about you. We want you to prosper and you gotta get clean, man. You gotta get off them blocks.
I
We,
need to
we
replace it with something else, dude. It's gonna be in a whole other month of blocks, man. I can tell you right now, it's gonna be an entire other month of blocks, just because Pocopia comes out in a month.
Wow.
So once Pocopia comes out, that's gonna steal me away from the blocks. Unless it's like the worst Pokemon game I've ever played, but we'll see.
It's not even appealing even a little to me. So I'm not spending fucking seventy
Yeah,
dollars
but
on that
like,
shit or whatever they're charging.
I mean, new Pokemon Snap looked appealing to me, and then I went in and they're like, yeah, you get to ride around and take pictures of Pokemon. And I'm like, this is gay. I'm not doing this.
But
And
you
I
never
have like,
played Pokemon Snap old style before?
yeah, that's probably the reason why.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I like Pokemon Snap, and I have a lot of good memories of Pokemon Snap. But I own new Pokemon Snap. I own a physical copy. I have not played it for any. I have not opened it. I actually, well, I took the cellophane off the case. I put it in the console. I got to the first screen, and then I was like, I don't really feel like playing this right now. And I've never opened it again after that.
I opened it, did like maybe 10 minutes worth of whatever, and then never touched it again.
But it's not because I
So
probably would like new Pokemon Snap. I just need to like make the time to play it because I like old Pokemon Snap. That game is awesome. I love just like it's like you're going on a Pokemon safari. You get to see them like living in their natural habitat and doing like goofy shit, and you try to take good pictures and like it's a good time. The original Pokemon Snap is like fucking That's maybe there's some nostalgia that plays in there, and that's why new Pokemon
Oh,
Snap
it's
isn't as
100% a
appealing.
nostalgia game. They
Yeah,
made it specifically for nostalgia. Like I don't know. Hopefully Pocopia has a little like enough content. Like I know there's a few other games that me and Penguin are looking out for this year. Well, hopefully this year. We'll see. But I know those will steal me away from blocks. Pocopia will steal me away from blocks. There's plenty of stuff it's coming, but nothing now. So you have one more month of blocks to get. I have one more month of blocks, and then we'll get to other stuff. Um,
he's mining and he's crafting and he's crafting and he's mining. But right now he's doing a podcast. And what is that podcast? Detour Ahead. Welcome to Detour Ahead. I'm
welcome to
Riley.
150.
Here's Alex. Detour
Something
Ahead
that
150. Big 150, everybody. For those of you in my audience, you never heard of this fucking show in your life. You're just popping in. Fucking, I've been doing this shit. We've been doing this shit for years, okay? 150 big ones. So if
that's
you're,
like 3 years,
if
isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Well, we had some gaps and we had some missing weeks, so not exactly. It doesn't exactly work out, but roughly
Yeah,
three
but it's
years
been
worth of
about 3 years. This
episodes.
should be season 3 technically.
There's no seasons. We're not doing seasons. You see, the worst thing is, I'm the only audience. Fuck you, Redox. I know. Uh, the funny thing is, I'm in the Ace network now. I meant to talk about that on the show like 2 weeks ago, and then we just never got there. It's like a live stream podcast network, and a lot of them do seasons for their shows. And I've been holding my tongue a little bit. I don't want to be too mean to my new business partners, but I really do hate when podcasts have seasons.
Oh, of course. That's why every year it's a new season for us.
No, it's not true.
This year's the season of musicals. It's a
No, no,
continuation.
no,
It's
it's,
the
no, no, no,
saga.
no, 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 no. It's not it's the life of musicals. That's the whole show forever. Literally Who Network. Yes, it's obviously a Literally Who Network, Redox. I'm in it. Obviously, literally. Seasons is very stupid. Thank you. He gets it. We got Redox in the chat, of course, folks. My loyal biggest fan, Redox. Very, very nice. Not a troll of any sort. Very respectful to everybody in my community and everybody who I podcast with. Redox doesn't shit on you that much.
Not much anymore.
Yeah, at first he was like, I don't like this guy's voice. Fuck this guy. But now he's like chill with you. It's just me and Mo that he shits on. Mostly Mo, but I get some too.
So, since this is Detour Ahead, I'm going to quickly jump into what I did this weekend, which
Yes,
is
tell
why
me.
this is a Monday night. Usually we record on Friday, Saturday. So, I went down to Dayton, Ohio for OhioCon Anime Convention this weekend. I've talked about I've fucking talked about plenty of these on the show. Um, Riley, you might have noticed there's a new addition to the display behind me.
Shit.
Actually,
Yeah.
3 new additions.
Oh
I'll
my
I'll
god. That's cool
I'll
as
grab them.
shit.
They're really fucking cool. Um, no.
No.
Okay, so I got this little guy. It's just a Raichu.
Still don't like his voice. I don't know nothing about him other than he drives trucks delivering plumbing supplies. So true.
I also finally, so
Whooper.
after 3 years of the Pokemon Center not having this little motherfucker in stock ever, I went to this one place out in Beaver Creek called Original 151 that sells Pokemon plushies and a whole bunch of
It's
other stuff.
awesome. There's a
And I found
Pokemon
this little
store?
guy.
That's great.
Yeah, there's a whole Pokemon store. So now he sits on the desk. He looks a little smushed, but it's it's a whooper. It's okay. Head empty, no thoughts anyway.
I'm muted.
So, and
Fuck.
then
I got a
at the
Chikorita.
convention
Look at my
itself, I was
Chikorita.
looking around and I found a vendor who was selling Pokeballs in the style of of a Pokemon. So we had a whole bunch of them, and the two that stood out were Raichu, Mega Raichu X, and Mega Raichu Y. And I knew at that moment I had to get them because they look really cool. But like you have Mega Raichu X, and then the Y looks really cool too. So those sit on the display now. They're like 3D printed, and it's awesome. Please don't fucking fall. Please don't fall. If
Don't
you
break your
break, I'm gonna
3D
be very
printed shit.
upset.
I don't think I've said this around Gingy yet, but I have said it on podcasts. The Gly score that he printed me, my fucking cats knocked it over and one of his claws came off. So he's an amputee now. My poor Gly score figure that Gingy so lovingly 3D printed for me.
So like I now have like a proper display behind me
Oh
that looks
no,
really
Alex.
what
It happened. It hasn't happened this whole time and then it happened.
this. It's because I turned. I'm not talking directly. I have to get on the fucking mic. All right.
Because you were on the mic and then it was still happening for a second and then it just fixed itself. Just now.
I
In the
haven't touched
middle
the
of that
mic, so
sentence.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll switch the cord out. But so yeah, I did that. Um, obviously, well, not obviously. Eventually, I gotta think of something that's gonna benefit me out of this deal. I did karaoke this weekend.
But you are gonna talk about it on air.
No, I
You
told you I was going to talk about it, but I wasn't going to say the other thing. I'll probably say the other thing, but now, okay. I was going to talk about karaoke. I wasn't
it
going to say the other
happened.
thing.
You touched your mic and then it happened. So maybe it is, you just have to not fucking go anywhere near your mic with anything but your
I'm gonna leave
mouth.
it alone.
It it's still happening right now. Come on, Mike.
I don't know what's going on. It's constantly picking up on Discord.
It's picking up, but it's quieter. It's not that I can't hear you. It's that suddenly your volume has shifted down like fucking 70%.
My volume is all the way up on everything. I don't know
Yes,
what the problem.
it's not that. Obviously, it's not you aren't touching
Do
any
you want me to
knobs.
talk into the microphone
It
like this
doesn't
the entire
matter.
episode? Like I'm
Uh,
deep throating cock over
Yeah,
here?
right now that makes it just audible enough, but then it's gonna turn back to loud and then it's gonna fucking blow everyone's ears out.
I don't know. I don't what. You want me to switch out the cord real quick?
Yes.
This might fuck with the settings because I'm gonna unplug it.
Yeah, check OBS, make sure. He's recording on his end. My OBS is fine, no matter what happens over on Alex's end. You gotta love a good show, folks. We're 150 episodes in, and we're dealing with a bunch of audio-related garbage. The good
All
things,
right.
the
Is
good
this
thing
any better?
is, I see we didn't fix the mic, says Penguin. Uh,
Is this any better?
you sound okay right now, I think.
I don't
A little
know what it could
quieter than
be.
usual, but not like weird,
Can't
and
you just
hopefully it
like
doesn't
go
change.
on Discord and like
Alex, the problem is it shifts. It does not remain consistent. If you were quieter forever, that would be fine. I would just turn you up, but you're quieter and then you're normal, and then you're quieter and then you're normal.
okay, well, I have no idea what it could be.
Well,
It's probably the microphone. I'll just have to
right
settle for this or something. I don't know.
right now you seem to be consistent.
I'll probably just have to get another microphone then. I don't know why this one shit out on me. I get paid at the end of the week, so
Okay.
we'll be fine.
We seem to be in business right now. Tell us about whatever you were about to tell us
Anyway, I
about.
did karaoke at the convention, Riley. I
Oh
know it's
yes.
like there's like a whole lore behind Colo karaoke.
Yeah, there was the drunk floor karaoke. This is the classic, a classic
That's what
tale
started it all.
from
Yeah.
many years ago, where we were playing a tabletop RPG and and Alex got like blackout drunk and just was singing songs during it. Uh, and eventually he was on the floor, just like laying on the floor, singing goofy songs.
So yeah, so I've done karaoke before. I'm not a big fan of it. I fucking hate it. It's so nerve-wracking to get up in front of a group of people and do literally anything, let alone throw your voice at people like that. But I went and got drunk Saturday night, and my friend was like, "Hey, we want to do us two want to go sing. I can't just wait. I just can't wait to be king from the Lion King and get like everybody kind of involved. Like us three go up, and he's like, I'm gonna go turn in the piece of paper, and he wrote my name on it, and he's like, I'm gonna go do it, and he stands up, and I panicked. Went, grabbed a piece of paper, wrote down the song I kind of wanted to do, and handed it in. And he goes, "There you go," and then threw his fucking piece of paper away. And I was like, "Oh, you bitch! I can't go back up there and grab the piece of paper. I'm gonna look like an asshole in front of these people. That's gonna look bad." So they called my name, and I'm like, "Son of a bitch! I have to go up there by myself and do this." Because like I had my friend the first time I did it. We sang "Chicken Fried" by Zach Brown Band together, which was okay. This time I was by myself, and I hated it. I hated every moment. However, unbeknownst to me, my friend did that so he could get a video of me doing it, and I am in possession of said
You
video.
are in possession of the tapes. You've got the tapes.
The Colo tapes, yeah.
Now,
It's like the
Alex,
Epstein files. I'm not
real,
gonna show
real,
them.
real quick, not to
Now,
cause
no, no,
problems
no.
again, but it's
Hold on.
it's not happening again. But I would like you to hit that gain knob just a little bit down because you're kind of blown out. I assume you turned it up because you were anxious about
Is
it
that
being quiet.
better?
Yes, now you sound normal. You sounded blown out a minute ago. Sorry.
Okay. So, we have a deal. Or I have a proposition for you here.
Okay.
Now, this is a video of me singing, which I believe is equivalent to at least 2 songs from you.
What?
Audio. One video of me singing is equivalent to 2 audio recordings of you singing.
What the do you
That
want me
seems
to
fair.
sing something for you? What the fuck
No,
are
no,
you on
no.
about?
I'm talking about Think of Me, the song you did that I am in possession of.
Folks, I'm sorry to inform you, you will never be seeing the Colo tapes. The Colo
I think
tapes
that's
are going
fair.
into the archives.
If I can release that to the Detour Ahead public, then I'll release me doing karaoke.
I'm not
That seems
doing that.
fair. You don't have to show
No,
your voice.
as fair as it is or not is, not doing it. So, people, if you want the Colo tapes, you make your voice heard in the chat. I'm not making the big sacrifice for you. I'm sorry. In the
I'll
chat,
get people to.
I meant in the comments. I'm more focused on the actual podcast than this chat, but the chat too.
So, do you want
I've been saying chat a lot, like I'm a fucking Zoomer, fucking Twitch brained retard.
anyway,
What do we think
so
about this chat? What are we thinking, chat? I just say that even when there's not a chat.
you got to put up a
I'm
poll.
truly brain infected.
Chat, let me put up a poll real quick.
Chat, chat. Let's fucking everybody vote on this poll, chat.
Anyway, did you see Markiplier's movie?
I've not seen it, but I've saw that it came out.
So there's a conspiracy going on now.
Oh,
So Markiplier took 10 grand of his own money and basically put this whole thing together and then distributed it to like a whole shit ton of places and everything. It only cost him 10 grand to make this movie. And he's already brought in like millions upon millions of dollars from like box office and shit.
so we think? What do we think? He's in cahoots with the Jews? I buy it.
No, no, no. This is actually like this is serious.
Okay.
Day 1, The first day of it being in the box office, it made like $8.6 million or something like that.
Whoa.
And he was the number one movie in America
Fucking
on the
W
charts.
Markiplier. Holy
You
shit.
want to know what they took a day 2, he checked it. They took him off the charts.
What?
Yeah, day 3, they took him off the charts. He's nowhere near there, even though he beat every other movie that same weekend. Everything. He was the number one movie in America, and they took him off the charts.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, for sure.
He's Markiplier's fucking pissed. He's like,
I'm
I don't understand
yeah,
why I was taken off when
I'd be pissed too.
I was number one yesterday, and now today they're making quarters of what I made yesterday, and they took me off the charts.
Fuck.
So now there's a conspiracy that like big Hollywood fucking hates him for going and making more money than they did with a budget that's like a tenth of what they had. Not even.
Yeah, no, what do you mean a YouTuber made a movie and it was good and it made money? No, no, no. YouTubers are supposed to make like slop movies, like Smosh the movie that failed
YouTubers are supposed to
terribly.
like make content of people killing themselves in forests and then having to do with ukuleles and
That
stuff. That's
YouTuber has a movie. The
yeah, they're
airplane
supposed to be
mode.
bad. You can't go make $8 million off a 10 grand movie. That's not how things work. So I think that there's a conspiracy to bury Markiplier's movie,
Wow. They're fucking skeevy. They're like, fuck,
right?
we don't want these YouTubers encroaching on our fucking movie industry. Fuck you. Fucking delete you from the
So
charts.
I have not seen it yet. I was watching a streamer earlier today, and she started playing Iron Lung, the actual video game, and and started talking about the movie, and I was like, no, 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 no. This is the one thing that I actually don't want to be spoiled on. Like I would be pissed if someone spoiled Iron Lung for me. I know the video game. I've seen the video game, but I don't want to hear anything about Markiplier's movie because I want to see it.
I don't know that I've had one of those since Endgame. I feel like that was the last one where like I usually don't care about spoil. Like I get kind of annoyed, but like I've never like been like, dude, what the fuck? Like it doesn't ruin my day if I have something spoiled for me. But
It depends on what I'm
Avengers
watching though.
Endgame was the one thing. I was in like the high school classroom at the time of Avengers Endgame, and I'm like, you motherfuckers better not spoil shit for me. And I did get it spoiled, and it did upset me. I found out that Black Widow died and that Iron Man died early, and it pissed me off.
So like I'm going through Stranger Things still. I don't want season 4 or 5 spoiled for me though, cuz like I'll be pissed. You know what I mean? Like it's something new that you're watching.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped watching Stranger Things all like after season 3 cuz they told me something and I was just like, well, now I'm just not going to watch it.
Yeah, for me spoilers aren't usually such a huge deal. Like two of my most like favorite pieces of media in the world, like Breaking Bad and Death Note, I had like literally seen the last scene before I started the show, and it still was like huge and great for me.
I mean,
So
it depends on how into something you are though, too. But I don't know.
like
I
I
just don't
saw
want Iron
Walter
Lung
White.
spoiled for me cuz it's supposed to be good.
I saw Walter White the first time I saw Walter White, not the first time I saw Walter White. I had seen him in memes and shit, but like I one of the first times I saw Walter White, I saw him fucking bleeding out on the ground to fucking Baby Blue by Badfinger, but Breaking Bad was still chef's kiss.
But anyway, not much really happened. I was able to go have dinner with Olivia since wasn't too far away from where I was. That was kind of fun. But like all in all, it was an okay weekend. Nothing crazy. The next one won't happen until the end of May. So
But you have a con at the end of May. Don't you want me to come up at the end of June? Is that not like too much time off from work?
fuck work.
True.
Work forced me to use my PTO. So I don't give a fuck about anyone.
They forced you
I'm
to use your
hoping I'm done with this
PTO?
job
What
by
do you
August.
mean?
I'm hoping I'm done with this job by August, so I really don't care.
You mean they forced you to take your PTO?
Oh yeah, any time off you have to use PTO. There's no
Oh,
can I save my PTO for later? Don't pay me for these days. And they're like, nope, you have to use your PTO if you request a day off. I'm like, that's just gonna result in more call offs, right? I'm trying to follow the rules here. I just don't want you to pay me for these 2 days. Well, they fucking did. So
shit.
yeah. But I asked and I was like, okay, so if I put all of my PTO in now and then request days off later, they're like, well, that's not really how it works. I'm like, bruh, here's my whatever. I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's frustrating. All my PTO will probably be used before you come up here, so you'll have to do like I'll pick you up after work Thursday, and then I'll take Friday, Monday, Tuesday off or whatever. Kind of like the first time you came up. Do like an
Yeah.
extended weekend thing because 2 weeks was too much.
But
But we
yeah, I,
talked
I
about
wasn't gonna come up 2 weeks this time for sure.
it. I think the biggest problem was like I had to
I,
work
I was gonna
while
I was
you were
gonna do
here.
Wednesday to Wednesday because flights are cheaper on Wednesday.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but like, no, I'm gonna have to work the next day,
I
so
gotcha.
take Friday through Tuesday off or whatever. Or does we'll figure it out later. But I do want you to come up so we can go see that musical in Cleveland.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm liquid by then. I'm still big unemployed. It's unfortunate.
Start doing 24-hour streams, do donathons and shit. Go on Twitch,
I don't have well, I
become a
guess
VTuber.
I actually do Twitch for some reason. Twitch, I guess, is like just like a horny ex. Cause like I haven't streamed on Twitch in 3 years. I don't meet any of the metrics. And Twitch was just like, yo, if you want, you can monetize your channel. I was like, what? Why? I haven't used Twitch in years. What the fuck is this shit? So I could accept donations if I went back to Twitch, but I didn't want to fill out the tax forms at the time, and I also kind of don't want to go back to Twitch. So
Yeah, it's just like really hard to get going on streaming on YouTube though.
I kind of have
It's
something going. It doesn't seem like it right now because I have 0 viewers in this current moment, but I've been
well, I
trending
started talking,
upward.
that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
3 dots left. So
I've been trending upward though. I've been doing pretty good. There was a big guy, little guy stream on Saturday that had like fucking like 15 concurrents for like almost the whole stream. I feel like we had to have gotten botted. It's one of those things, right? Because only one person chatted, and it like that is kind of normal on YouTube. Like plenty of people watch streams and don't chat, but there's just so many bots on the internet that when you have that sort of thing and you're not used to having viewers, you're just like, that real? Or is this some sort of robot prank?
I mean, you can like go buy bots to like fluff your numbers up a little bit.
Because some people like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that, and because you're not supposed to do that, you can get in trouble. Some people will maliciously do it for other people so that YouTube will think they did it and like get them in trouble.
That's so fucked.
I
But
know.
it's kind of funny. But that was my weekend. Um Not much outside of karaoke. Um a lot of it was just kind of hanging out and having fun. Um but that's really about it.
Okay, gotcha. I've just been hanging out, applying for jobs, failing to get them. I got a couple rejection emails, which is actually kind of nice because usually you just apply and you don't hear anything ever again, and it's just kind of like annoying. And it's like I wonder if they even got the application. Maybe I should apply again. It's always weird. At least these jobs just straight up sent me an email that said we're going in a different direction. Like, you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate that I didn't sit around for a week and a half waiting to hoping you would call me back. So yeah, I've been trying and failing to find jobs, sitting around, still watching the Pokemon anime, still working through that. Having a great time. More than halfway through the Kanto arc now. Charizard just happened. Charmeleon just evolved into Charizard. That was cool. And there's immediate character depth there. This is like a great like little character moment that people don't talk about. So it's obviously people remember Charmeleon and Charizard. They didn't obey Ash at first. They fucking didn't like him. They didn't care. And that is immediately apparent when Charizard evolves, because Charizard only evolves to fight an Aerodactyl, and the Aerodactyl has Ash, and Ash is like, "Wow, you evolved to save me from the Aerodactyl," and then Charizard aims flamethrowers like directly at him, trying to get the Aerodactyl, and then Ash is like, "Oh wait, he just evolved to battle Aerodactyl. Got it." Uh, but as Jigglypuff sings its song, which is what saves the day in this episode, Jigglypuff puts the Aerodactyl to sleep. The Aerodactyl falls asleep, drops Ash, and Charizard does save him. So there's still some level of this is my trainer and I don't want him to be hurt. Because Charizard does catch him before he hits the ground.
I mean, yeah, like if your trainer dies, what are you gonna do? You're still like,
I mean, you just leave, I guess. Like, nobody's gonna. Yeah, I guess you're technically tied to a Pokeball, but there's nobody to return you to it, so you just fucking leave.
you just like free forever. You'll
Yeah,
never get
exactly,
caught.
because nobody can catch you because you're registered to a trainer, so the Pokeballs just won't work. But you also don't have a trainer because your trainer's dead. I guess I assume your Pokeballs probably get unregistered when when you. These are the weird logistics you don't think about in the Pokemon universe. I
Because
imagine.
they don't talk
I
about it at
imagine. I
all.
imagine your Pokemon owner registration is removed once you die, unless it's like
Unless it goes to
unless you
like next
leave
of
your
kin or
Pokemon
something.
to next of kin. Yeah, like you put in your will, like I leave my Pikachu to my wife, then it gets transferred.
But
Have you seen, bro? I will never. This keeps popping up in my YouTube shorts, and it like fucks me up every time. I don't know what movie it was. If I had to guess, it was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, where like Ash and friends are being consumed by some sort of orange blob, and they think they're gonna die, and they all send out their Pokemon before they die, and are like, "Go on, save yourselves." And
oh yeah,
it's
we talked about this. I'm
did
pretty sure
we?
that's uh the Jirachi movie
Oh, it's Jirachi and the Wishmaker. Yeah, yeah, we did have this conversation, so I won't dwell on
with
it.
the like
But
the fucked up Groudon that the dude was trying to summon.
yeah, there's lots of sweet moments like that in the Pokemon anime. Like here's a new one that I haven't talked about on this show yet. I did talk about it on stream a little bit. Snow Way Out, which there's a one of the most iconic images from the original anime is from this episode, but it's like super dark because it's like Ash in an ice cave in a fucking howling blizzard, and all of his Pokemon are like huddled on him like warmth to like create warmth. They're like fucking huddling together through the window, and like in the episode, in context of the episode, you can tell they think they're going to die. Like Ash is trying to make the Pokemon stay in their Pokeballs so that they don't freeze to death. And then they refuse. They pop out of the Pokeballs on their own, and they all huddle up. And Ash starts like crying, and he's like, "Okay, fine, you win. We'll be cold together." And it's like you can tell they think they're going to die, and they're deciding to do it together. Like it's fucking crazy how dark it is.
That's wild.
And the Pokemon YouTube channel ruins it. I found playlists that are in the correct order, but for some reason the order's like completely fucking mutilated. Like this episode comes like fucking 20 episodes after Charizard happens and fucking Charmander's in it. like like it's obviously supposed to be way earlier in the season, but thankfully I was watching a corrected playlist, so my immersion was not broken.
It's just a whole different Charmander.
Yeah, just like we've been dealing with Charizard being a dickhead for 20 episodes, and then suddenly it's just like this happy little Charmander.
He de-evolved for that one
Yeah,
episode. He's like, I know Ash is going to this icy place. I'm
needed a
gonna
friend.
de-evolve just to fuck with
Yeah,
him.
Ash needed a friend, so he was like, "I'm Charizard and I'm cool, so I can't be Ash's friend. But if I devolve to Charmander for a day, then we can be cool."
I've been trying to figure out a way to transition into what we were actually going to talk about, but I have no
You're
idea how
trying
to
to
do
find a
it.
good transition. Yeah, fuck you. We're talking about Dragon Ball. There you go.
More importantly, we have big Dragon Ball news that
Dragon
we meant
Ball
to talk about
update.
on 149. I was going to say last week, but technically that doesn't even count because we didn't do nothing happened
I did
for the
realize
past
I
few
was wrong
weeks.
though. I did realize I was incorrect about the news partially,
Okay.
which I think you've realized now too. I think you've seen the news yourself. Previously in the last episode or whatever episode it was, I had reported, or maybe this was off air that we had this
This was
conversation.
off air,
Oh,
which is
okay.
why I said we should talk about this week because last episode we didn't talk about it at all.
Well, originally the reason I'm saying it's just because originally what I reported to Alex, which is true, is that Dragon Ball Super is coming back with the Moro arc. They're giving it a new name. It has its own subtitle. It's Dragon Ball Super: The Galactic Patrol, and
Yep.
it's the Moro arc. But what I did not know at the time, and what I have since learned, is that they're doing this weird thing where we had talked about how, because there's been a big rumor mill for like months now that we're getting a Dragon Ball Super remaster. And it's been this weird question mark in the community because they've been like, Dragon Ball Super isn't even that old. Why would they redo Dragon Ball Super? But then people kind of realized like they're doing it to make it line up with the manga, because Dragon Ball Super up until this point has had this weird separate continuity because it was just the anime and the manga had completely separate creative staff, and they just went off like vague notes from Toriyama as to what the plot was to be. So there are a lot of like weird differences. So I guess the purpose of remastering Dragon Ball Super is to make it align with the manga. So the anime
Yeah.
continuity is basically getting wiped out. We're choosing the manga as our primary Dragon Ball Super canon, which is fair. There's a lot of things that I like better in the manga continuity
I
than
mean,
I
that's what it
do
should have been in the
the
first
anime.
place, though.
The only thing that we might be losing, which I hope sometimes even when they're adapting a manga, they'll throw in something a little extra because they feel like it. Technically, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken did not happen in the manga. But I'm really hoping they just kind of slide it in there because it's pretty awesome.
You know what they're calling it, though, right?
Yeah, they're calling this one Dragon Ball Super Beerus,
Yeah.
which I assume means we're getting a bunch of little series. After this, it's gonna be like they might not do Dragon Ball Super Frieza because the manga skips Resurrection F, so they might skip it this time too. But it'll be like Dragon Ball Super Universe 6, Dragon Ball Super Zamasu, and like Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power.
It's interesting. I hope it's not something where they cut like filler like they did with DBZ Kai.
Oh well, yeah, they're gonna cut the filler. We're losing all those goofy episodes where like Goku goes to an alien planet and fights a purple Vegeta, or like Goku pretends to be beaten by Mr. Satan in a street fight. Like all those episodes are gonna be not happening. That's all gonna be
So
exclusive to the
basically,
old
they're just
anime.
doing DBZ Kai then.
Yes, they're gonna do straight up no filler. They're redoing the animation so it's not shit. They're running through the manga story, assumedly, and then but they're not it doesn't seem like they're doing the whole thing and then they're doing the Galactic Patrol. They're gonna
It's
like
gonna be side by side.
yeah, they're gonna do it like it's not gonna be literally side by side. I believe Dragon Ball Super Beerus is actually set to air. It's only gonna be 6 episodes, and I believe those episodes are set to air before the Galactic Patrol. So I assume the way, but Galactic Patrol is supposed to come by 2027. So if anything, I assume either Dragon Ball Super Frieza or Dragon Ball Super Universe 6, depending on if they skip Frieza or not, will air concurrently with Galactic Patrol or right after.
Okay. I'm excited because like what's it been? Like 5 years? It's been a long time. It's been a
It
while
was
since Tournament of Power
2018 when
ended.
Super ended. It's been fucking 8 years.
Yeah, so like we've had nothing on the Dragon Ball front in terms of the anime for almost a decade now.
Yeah, no, we got the manga arcs that were never adapted until now. We got a bunch of like video game
Well,
shit,
okay,
but no anime.
we got Broly and superheroes
That's
though.
true. We got Broly and Superhero. That's true. Those were
Still
very
haven't
good.
seen superheroes yet, by the
Oh,
way.
forgot that you've never seen Superhero. You really need to.
Eventually I
That
will.
was a
Like
great movie.
it's not one of those like my name is Earl situations where I'm like, eventually I will, but probably not. No, like I will eventually. Like I'll probably once they start remaking things, I'll probably watch it whenever it came out. Like when they fit,
I don't
I
think
don't
they're
know.
gonna remake Superhero. Well, I guess there is a superhero manga arc, so maybe they'll do that manga arc.
No, I just meant like I'm gonna watch along with
That'd be
DBS
hella
viewers,
interesting
and then like
if they actually do like Dragon Ball Superhero the show, because it is a manga arc. There's like an extended storyline, so it'll be cool. We might see traditional 2D animated version of Dragon Ball Superhero, which will be really interesting.
yeah, I mean like I'll get to it eventually. If they're remaking DBS, then
Is anything that's a movie, they're liable to skip, I feel like. But Broly didn't have a manga arc, whereas Superhero did. So I could see them doing Superhero.
does that mean Broly's now back to not being canon?
No, no, no. He's in the manga. They like they skip Resurrection F in the manga, but they mention that it happened, so it's still canon to the manga. They skip Broly
I
in the
just thought it would be
manga.
funny. They're like, you know what? We
Yeah,
really
no.
fucked up. Broly's not supposed to be here.
You know,
We
they
found we found like death papers from Akira Toriyama or whatever, and
and
we're
he
like,
said making Broly canon was a mistake. That was like his last will and testament.
yeah. And they're like, you know what? All right, we're gonna redo this whole entire thing. Basically, you got Dragon Ball suit. You got Dragon Ball Z right here, and in order to continue the continuation, like the continuity here, we're gonna take DB Super. We're gonna move it up, call it a different timeline, and we're gonna remake this timeline all together. No more Broly. No more Broly. No more nothing.
Yeah, no, no,
No more
no.
filler. No more Frieza. Nothing.
Yeah, no, no, no. They did the same thing in the manga they did with Resurrection F with Broly. They were just like Broly happened, and then Broly was a character from there.
I feel like if they fucked around with Broly earlier than the Tournament of Power would have been like a complete wash. You know what I mean?
I mean, they would have just scaled everything up, like to be realistic. Like Jiren just would have been stronger if that was the case.
Yeah, but like
Uh,
I know they would have scaled things up, but like realistically, if they didn't scale it up, you're bringing 3 legendary Saiyans to. You're basically bringing the power of God to a knife fight. Like,
it's kind of I do want to see Broly interact with Universe 6 cuz there literally is like Goku, Vegeta and Broly are like a trio now. And there's a Universe 6 version of that trio which we met before we met Broly and Broly has never interacted with cuz we in
Kale,
Universe 6,
Khalifa,
yeah, Kale
and
Khalifa and Kaba are basically Broly, Goku and Vegeta.
yeah,
Yeah, so I would like to see
it's like the
Broly
new
meet
generation
Kale
almost.
and like those trios to meet each other and perhaps have some sort of exhibition match would be cool.
It'd be interesting to see, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is what got like was my introduction to anime outside of like waking up to Kill a Kill after Dragon Ball. but like Dragon
True,
Ball
yeah.
was like
Just waking up
technically
in
the
the middle
first
of the night
anime
with Kill la Kill playing, that is a very key
to
anime
anime girls
memory.
stripping their clothes off on Toonami. Yeah, that was
Bro,
my
I
interaction.
had some
That
weird
was my
teenage
introduction
I,
to anime, and I was
I
like, this is kind of cool.
my teenage hormones were having some situations with waking
Bro,
up
I
in the
was in
middle of the
high school
night
at that
seeing Kill
time.
la
Like,
Kill.
it was funny, like, because my parents didn't know what anime was at the time. It was what, like, back in 2014, anime was like the weird shoot up the school kid was watching it, so you didn't watch it at all back in 2014
Yeah,
high
that
school.
was kind of the weird transition with anime, right? Where like at first it was like, oh, this is just like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, like 5-year-old shit. Like kids are watching this shit, and then if you're like 9 or older, it's kind of lame to be watching it. And then in like the 2000s, there was a like huge renaissance for like more edgy anime. So then it became it's all the school shooters and weird kids watching anime, and your kid is bad if he watches anime. And
It wasn't
I
even that. It was like an unfamiliarity with it, especially for like parents and stuff. But like,
yeah,
if you wore an anime shirt to like public school, you were made fun of immediately for that.
exactly.
So like, I don't know where I was going with this, but like, you know, I hate that I'm one of those people where I'm like I watched anime before it was cool. And I'm like
Yeah,
it
man.
really bothers me that I'm one of those people, but I can't get into anime nowadays. Like I really don't want to go watch like one it's cuz I like to play on my phone and listen to it and kind of like look up occasionally. So I can only watch dub, but all the good ones are sub only, right? So that's
All the good ones are sub only.
all the ones I want to watch. All the ones that like appeal to me. But then it's also hard because like back in 2014, you'd be like, "Hey, what's your favorite anime?" And you're like, "Oh, Dragon Ball or Kill la Kill or Akame ga Kill or Your Lie in April or like just to name a few. Death Note." You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Nowadays, if you ask someone their favorite anime, they're like, "Oh yeah, my favorite is that time I got reincarnated as a slime and spent 4,000 years in a dungeon." And I'm like, "What kind of fucking title is that?
I knew you
What
were
do
gonna
you
make I
mean?"
knew you were gonna make an isekai joke. I was really hoping you would make up a funny name, and it wasn't just gonna be the name of an isekai.
It's the first one that came to mind. I couldn't.
It was like, come on, Alex. I was resurrected as a what? Give us a good joke here, and you did not deliver.
There's some really, really fucking like off the wall ones though.
I was resurrected as a microphone, and I fucked with the guy who owned me by changing my
Riley,
volume.
this is a legit anime. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 9999 friends, and I'm out for revenge. Like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
I've been killing slimes for 3,000 years and maxed out my level. Suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moved to a starter town. Like, what is this?
And I'll tell you that this is about an isekai anime. It doesn't have a crazy name. So this is kind of an just a detour, as it were. But Um, there's this is gonna be the only time I watch an anime subbed because I am eventually gonna watch this and I'm gonna watch it subbed when the time comes. But I initially waited for the dub, as I always do. It was this show. It kind of went viral on Twitter. Maybe you remember like seeing it in passing. But it was a Power Rangers isekai essentially. It was like the Red Ranger gets reincarnated as an adventurer in another world or whatever the fuck. And it came out and everybody was talking about it on Toku Twitter. And I was like, I'm waiting for the dub because I knew the dub was coming quick. I looked it up and it was like the dub's gonna be out in like a couple weeks, and I was like, okay, I'll wait for the dub. I watched the dub, abysmal dog shit voice acting. Like I was fucking floored at how
So,
horrific it was. And
on the complete
and then I heard somebody talk about it, and apparently the Japanese dub is like insanely good, and there's a lot of like notable like Sentai and Kamen Rider actors who did voices for it. So I'm gonna have to watch the sub. That's gonna be one of the few times I've ever made that decision when there was a dub available.
So I want to do, or at least like sometime in the future, I want to cover not the entire thing, but like maybe find someone who wants to come on and talk about it, but talk about the anime Ghost Stories, but specifically the
The
dub.
dub, yeah, I've always wanted to watch that. That's all. That's been like a bucket list thing. I've seen all the hit clips.
It's fantastic.
Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
So you know the story behind Ghost Stories, right?
I feel like I do, but like just lay it out for the audience and kind of for me.
Let me, you know what? I was gonna paraphrase this. Let me get you the, let me go on Google real quick.
No, no, no. You don't need fucking Google's version of the tale. Give us your version of the tale.
Huh?
I said we don't need fucking Google's version of the tale. Give us your version of the tale.
So apparently, like the translate they were never given, like, they were given loose translations, and the original sub of Ghost Stories was like completely fucked. Like
Yeah.
it didn't gather like it basically failed it as an anime. Nobody watched it. It was boring, right? So when they went to go dub it, the original creators were just like, you know what, whatever. We failed. Maybe you English people, maybe you Americans can do something with this. So here's like a loose script of what's going on, but like that's all we're gonna give you. You can just pretty much just go do whatever you want.
Did they
So
hire comedy writers, or was this just like a ragtag
it's
like?
just a ragtag group of people who were to dub this anime and were basically given full creative control over what was going on in the show.
Okay, okay, so it was still like ragtag nothings. That's I thought you were about to tell because I would have believed it because it's so like funny that I would have believed they were like this sucked in Japan. So just like hire funny people and try to see if you can make it funny. Well, like,
No, it was literally just like, here's full creative control over this show. We'll hand the show over to you, and if you guys make money, great, whatever. We don't care anymore. We failed. Oh well. So like that's why it's like so absolutely unhinged, because they were basically just like, yeah, we're just gonna do whatever the fuck we want with this now. But it's absolutely fantastic. It's so funny. It's
I
got a
need to
lot of
watch
great
it. It
one-liners.
it's really interesting. It's like a very early precursor to abridging almost.
It pretty I want to say it's like the first abridged
Oh, for
like
sure. Like it's like whether you would count it. I'd say it's more adjacent. It's not quite an abridged, but
I feel like it is though.
it came before like any of them, I think. Like I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged even. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is like the first one basically, and I think that was years later after Ghost Stories.
But Ghost Stories is great. That's one of those where it's like you really like, a lot of people know about it, but like nobody's ever really like sat down and watched it. They just see like funny TikTok clips or whatever.
Yeah, like the rap. That's pretty much the only thing I remember from it now. I used to know a couple of the hit clips, but now the only thing I remember for Ghost Stories is the girl who was dating the rabbit, and she had to break up with the rabbit because it would never work, but not because it's a rabbit, because it's black.
There's another good one. I could probably we have you know what? We have visuals here over at Detour Ahead. I don't know if it's going to help for you. Is that going to cause problems over on your end?
I mean, if you're gonna screen share to me, I could just put the screen share up. That's not a big deal. I just have to expose Craig for a moment. So I have to turn on show non-video participants to see when you start the stream. What the fuck did I just do? Okay, we're still live. I was on some weird screen on OBS. Come on,
Okay, for
hurry.
some reason there's like 4 seconds ahead of this, but
Okay.
all right. OBS. We're going to switch over to visuals. I'm going to get the window capture right.
Anytime you want to hit that screen share.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have to set stuff up too.
I just need you to screen share it so I can see it. That's it. I can just put the screen share right up.
Okay. So then I pull this up, right?
Turn the volume up. There we go.
Why is this all fucky now? What happened?
Why is it all fucky? What do you mean?
I don't know why it's all fucky. There, that's good. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
This is the one that runs through my head, and I didn't want to like butcher it because it's funnier if I just show you. So
I'm home! Ketchup! What? Have you done your homework yet? Oh wait, you're dyslexic. Done your yet homework, Cav? You, I'm Answer. Hey, talking, me too. Well, if you're not going to do your homework...
it's fantastic. It's so funny. Like there's some episodes that are hit or miss, but then there's episodes like that where they say that one line and it's just like I can't believe you said that, but it's really funny. Done your yet homework have?
Ghost Stories episode. I'm gonna have to research this. I want to know like who wrote the dub, and if any of them have done any work in comedy writing since then, because it is gold. Like I have to imagine at least one person that's behind this went on to have some sort of career in comedy. Just I hope so because it's so funny.
That's the one quote that lives in my head constantly.
There you go. Yeah, for me, it's not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black and you have the dyslexic quote.
But there's one-liners in like almost every episode. I can't think of any right now because it's been a minute since I've watched it, but like done your yet homework have? Me? You? I'm talking here. Like it's great. It's fantastic. But dude, I'm so excited for Dragon Ball. I'm so excited. It's been 8 years.
Dragon Ball Super Beerus this fall,
Dude, I
folks.
was just getting like this was like the year. Like I was just thinking about this before they like announced it all. Like you know how like you think of things and they happen sort of deal. Like you're
Yeah.
thinking of me and you're like I wonder what Alex is doing and then I immediately text you kind of universe thing. I was like,
Yes.
you know what? I don't think Dragon Ball's ever coming back. You know what? I should probably just go read the manga. And this was like 4 months ago. I was like, you know what? I think next year I'm just gonna read the manga because Dragon Ball's never coming back, so I might as
I
well.
kind of hate that this happened because I feel like this shit is not coming out until mid 2027 and you should still read it. You should not wait. And
Nah, now it's gonna come out so I can watch it. I still haven't seen Daima yet, by the way.
then you have to wait for the dub too. Like you should just read it because you're still gonna have to wait another like
Nah,
fucking 2 years.
I got plenty of things to hold me off. I can wait. I'm patient.
You suck.
I've
I
been
hate
patient for
you.
8 years. I'm not gonna be impatient in the
I
last.
actually I have not read the manga arcs either, but I'm going to. I got to get back to that. I went on my channel. This was one of my. I decided I was gonna do something regularly, and then immediately gave up. This happens to me every once in a while, where I was like, I'm gonna do weekly manga reviews on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do Dragon Ball Super, and I'm gonna do Pokemon Adventures, and then I did one volume of Dragon Ball Super, and I have not gone back to it in like 2 months. So. I should get back to doing that. At least Dragon Ball Super. Maybe we leave Pokemon Adventures in the past. I'm just not in the mood for that right now. I'm more focused on the anime. But Dragon Ball Super I should get back to.
But I'm patient. I can wait.
That's a manga you should read. That shit's great.
I
That
need to
that
get back into
that's
reading.
the
I've got a
that's the
whole like
enlightened that's the enlightened Pokemon media that the government doesn't want you to know about. Fucking Pokemon Adventure manga, bro.
yeah, it's the one where like
Certified
yeah,
by Satoshi Tajiri himself. He has said that the closest piece of media to how he imagines the Pokemon world is the Pokemon Adventure manga.
I'm so happy I got this little Wooper plush.
It's great. I love your little Wooper plush.
Dude, he sits right on the desk, right underneath, like just sitting there smiling. Not a thought in his head at all. Like I have another one, but that one's like not Pokemon official. I've been wanting the small Wooper for like years now, but it's always been sold out because Pokemon Center hates Wooper apparently, or everybody loves Wooper. I don't know what, but
All these little, I keep fucking muting myself. I got all these little guys at a carnival. They're all like secondhand dog shit, but I love them anyway. You can
that's
see
the
my,
problem with conventions. You get a whole bunch of like Chinese drop ship garbage from like
yeah,
AliExpress
this
and
Chikorita is
shit.
certainly Chinese drop shit. I've got a Bulbasaur. Like this Chikorita's pretty good. I've got a Bulbasaur back there that's pretty good. Charmander that's okay. The Squirtle's bad. The Squirtle sucks.
But like all this, like the Raichu back here, kind of sucks. He's fat. He's fat as shit.
You
Like
want that? You want a Raichu to be fat?
yeah, like that's the only. I only have 2 Alolan Raichu plushies. I had to pass up an Alolan Raichu plushie when I was there. By the way,
Really?
it was just a normal one, but it didn't fit like the vision of what I had for sitting behind me because it was like similar size to because I had already gotten the Pokeballs and I knew for a fact that the Pokeballs were going to go on the display behind me because they look cool. And they fit the color scheme and everything. It's not just all plushies, but like I'm like I saw the Soda Pop one and I was like, I have to get it. I have to. Now I have three Raichus, 2 Alolan Raichus, and 2 Megas. I am gonna get the Mega plushies whenever Pokemon Center decides to release them. I will get the Mega plushies for sure. But I'm just happy I have Wooper. Wooper's gonna sit on my desk forever.
Here's a random fun thing I remembered from Twitter about Dragon Ball Super. There's been some discussion about who's gonna voice Moro in the English dub, and there was a fan who suggested I don't remember his name, but it's the voice actor who voiced Madara Uchiha in Naruto. And somebody quote tweeted this and said, no, it should be this guy. And it was the fucking actor who plays Magneto in X-Men, that like old guy. That's who they want to voice Moro.
Yeah.
And then the voice actor for Madara Uchiha replied to this and said, "Does it help that I've voiced Magneto before?" So it seems like he's interested in the role, and that was funny that he got to do that. He was like, "I've also been Magneto. I just want to point that out."
Man, it's really unfortunate that like hold on, did he die?
Who?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes.
It's really unfortunate that people with that such a unique voice like that can't just like go on an anime. Did you know he was in Smiling Friends though?
Gilbert Gottfried? They got him in before he died?
Yeah, he's God in the one episode where
That's
Charlie goes to
great.
hell.
That's awesome.
Dude, so you know about that's not the word. What is it? Vocal stims, right? Where like you'll just like out of the blue just like say stupid shit.
Yes.
Like in our group for a while when we were doing podcasts, it was like bark bark woof 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 or whatever, you know?
Yep, yep.
The new one that runs through my head constantly is Alan. We are so fucked. It's great. I love that. I can't believe I shit on this show a while back. It's great.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did a shitting on Smiling Friends bit.
It wasn't even a bit. I thought it was just trash, but then I actually sat down and watched it and I'm like, I want more. I can't get enough of
I
it.
need
I've
I
already
need to
watched it
make
like
time for
twice.
Smiling Friends. I think maybe once I finish the Kanto arc of the anime, I'm gonna slip in Smiling Friends real quick because that's one that I've only seen one episode.
God, it was
Yeah,
so
like
good. There
I
was
need to see more
Alan.
Smiling Friends.
There was an Alan cosplayer at the convention.
Yeah,
You know, the red guy.
yeah,
Dude, the voice was like near perfect.
that's
It was
great.
great. It was very entertaining. I was so upset that karaoke didn't have Epic the Musical. Like, I would have rocked Epic the Musical, like, without even thinking. But they didn't have it. So I was very upset by that.
How long has it been since the last season of Smiling Friends?
I have no idea.
It's
They
been a
had 3
while, right?
seasons.
Because
They had
because
3
I think I,
seasons.
I think there's a new one coming soon. Because what I was gonna say is it's kind of funny if you're a fan of Zach Hadel's other most famous work, Oni Plays. You can kind of tell what stage of production the new season of Smiling Friends is at. Because Zach was not on Oni Plays for like 8 months in a row, and now he is again. So you can tell that the next season of Smiling Friends is probably in post production now.
Season 3 was end of last year.
Okay.
October to November of 25.
Yeah, so he's probably done. In that case, he was probably like done doing promotion and stuff, and now it's a break, so he can do his other shit again.
Yeah, so like it'll
It'll
be a
be a
minute, but
while.
like
Yeah. When he
it's just that
disappears
one
again, that's how you'll know
episode
he's
that
working on it.
it's such a good quote. Alan, we are
We're
so
so
fucked.
fucked.
I wish I worked with people like that got this shit so I could have more fun at work, but they're all old fucks and it's no fun. There's nobody around my I'm
You
the
gotta watch
youngest one at
like
my fucking job, dude. It sucks.
you gotta
I'm
watch
almost
like
30.
you gotta watch like the Andy Griffith show, or
Got
fucking
a piece to the boomers.
yeah. You gotta watch Mr. Ed. She'd be like, remember that scene in Mr. Ed? And they'll be like, oh yes,
Have you
what a silly horse.
okay, the one thing I've been meaning to ask you that I kind of want to cover a little
Yeah.
bit possibly at some point in time, not next week or like not now, or we don't have to put a date, but like I want to at some point in time, I want to talk with you about the Chappelle show.
Oh god, I have to watch a whole fucking. I'll probably like it.
It's
I'm
like
not.
no, you'll definitely like it. It's sketches, but it's like top tier racist comedy, but set forth by a black guy who's
I don't know.
doing
You
it.
see, the thing is, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I've even seen clips of the Chappelle Show, but I've seen clips of a lot of sketch shows, and I feel like there's gonna be more work for me in this than you might think, because I feel like I'm committing a war crime if I sit down and I watch a sketch show from start to finish, not counting the Amanda Show because that's a sketch show for kids. I've watched that recently, but when it comes to like adult comedy sketch shows, I feel like I have to watch Whitest Kids You Know before anything else. So I'm gonna have to watch Whitest Kids You Know, and then I'm gonna have to watch the Chappelle Show.
Okay, so Chappelle show is Key and Peele?
Yeah, I've seen clips
Chappelle
of
show is
those.
what Key and Peele took inspiration from the Chappelle show.
Interesting.
Chappelle show is pre like the 9/11 era, like 2000 to 2002, I believe.
Have you seen Whitest Kids You Know? Are you familiar?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Brother, that's the kind of YouTube shit that I grew up with. What are you talking about?
Awesome. Yeah, Whitest Kids. I actually only discovered Whitest Kids You Know like a year ago, but it's fucking great. The
It's
the
another
the
thing we
the,
could cover.
the Kill the President sketch is like that's iconic. I bring
Oh,
that I reference that shit all the time. That's one of my
I
favorite
think the
things.
iconic one is the dude is the with a G, mind you, the grapist.
I don't think I've seen The Grapist. I don't think I've seen that one.
He's selling grape juice, and the whole bit is he's gonna grape you in the mouth with his grape juice.
Gallon of PCP is a classic. Uh, what are the other whitest kids you knows? Was the baby pictures thing was whitest kids you know, right? Do you know what I'm talking
I think
about?
so. There's one that I
Yeah.
remember for sure that was like a staple of online talk, but I don't think we're allowed to say the word. I'll text you the word, but like
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of, this is one of the most
the
like
spelling bee.
this is like one of the hardest jokes I've heard on like whitest kids you know is like it's just a guy and he's jerking off to something on his computer and his wife walks in and he's like she's like oh my god, are you jerking off to baby pictures? And like the guy's like, oh no, he's not what it looks like, he's freaking out. But then the girl like she like realizes something and then she like smiles and then she's like, my baby pictures. And it's like a romantic moment.
But there's a few things that we could dive into and cover. Speaking of things that we're covering, uh next episode, I should say, 151. Oh fuck, we need to do Pokemon for 151.
Oh shit, you're right.
I don't know what we're gonna talk. We'll brainstorm it. If we don't do Pokemon, we're gonna be covering another musical. If you didn't know,
Okay,
we're covering
Alex,
musicals on Detour Ahead.
real quick, rare treat. You guys get to watch me fat guy get up because I don't want to ruin Alex's camera setup. I do have to shit now. So you're
We
gonna
can
have to
wrap it up then.
I don't even know if I can wait for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to gun it.
Okay, everybody. Riley's got to take a shit. So thank you everybody so much for watching Detour Ahead. Thanks for tuning in to Riley's live stream. If you like this, whatever this is going on, it's Detour Ahead. It's over on the Colochu YouTube channel, COLOCHU, linktr.ee/COLOCHU. Check us out on Patreon,
tr.ee/Riley
patreon.com
Simek Universe.
slash check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/DETOURAHEAD. Thanks everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.